Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. It's time for Owin's Field Report, sponsored by Les Schwab Tire Centers.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for watching this show this morning. Is this thing on? Yes, I'm here, everybody. Hope everyone's got some plans for this upcoming week. The weather, we're going to check in with Carly Olson in just a few minutes and find out what's going to really happen. But what an interesting week. Not the normal Christmas week when you're talking about weather conditions, but the rain is a darn good thing. We'll find out what's going on with our river levels here in just a couple of minutes. But my report for this week was 4 days chasing ducks. Only one photo willing to share, and let's just get it out of the way. At least it was one bright spot. And I've said it for years, you know, I love to shoot limits like anybody does, right? But my goal each day is 5 birds, and if I can get that done, at least I accomplished, you know, what I was trying to do that day, right? Which was to have a good day, some opportunities, and this was the only day that I was able to pull that off. It was literally 2, 1, 4, none. I mean, it's just the craziest. For me, it's the craziest duck season that I can remember. And my notes, my statistics, whatever, I keep track of logging, whatever, for about the last 10 years or so. And out of everything that I've looked at so far, this is tracking to be the worst duck season, at least that I've been tracking. Maybe there was one prior to that because, you know, I'm old, I forget. But yeah, at least for me, it's been brutal. The last month has been brutal. So I was super happy. After we had a windstorm, things kind of got interesting on the lower areas that I spend my time. Nothing but widgeon, which is fine with me. I love chasing widgeon and the pintail right there. But 2 days in a row, in very similar location, basically nothing. It's like I was mentioning this to Scott earlier. It's like fishing in a river with no fish. If there's no birds flying, you're done. It's just one of those things. But I just can't stop. It's just one of those things. As far as steelhead fishing goes, though, it being the 3rd week of December, basically the end of December, we're staring at 2025, which is crazy all by itself. Been a pretty good start. This week I wouldn't say was hot or on fire anywhere when you're talking about steelhead fishing, but good reports, not just plain nothing, didn't see anything. You know, when the conditions fell into place, fishing was okay. Not great, but certainly folks, you know, smiling as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, right? So it's worth getting out there, but you have to fish the conditions, the river conditions, meaning if you're able to get onto a system that you like to target winter steelhead, typically this time of year, it's going to be those smaller systems up and down the coast, whatever it is, Nat Creek, Big Creek, Clascanine, I mean, whatever it is. Little systems are typically going to be your best options right now. And that's kind of holding true, but even in the bigger systems all around, there's been some decent reports, but it's all about the conditions, right? It's all about river levels. So let's take a look at those and give you an idea what's going on. Columbia, this is just all over the place. Luckily, my duck boat is super light, because there could have been a day there that I may have had to ride out a low tide. I mean, close, very, very close. But in the end, you start taking a look at some of the other ones. We added in the Willamette right now because you folks that like to do some plunking over there, like Mildred Bar and some of the other likely areas to chase winter steelhead on the Willamette. Yes, after that popped this week, I should say, now that it's on the fall, if you like to go throw some spinning glows and shrimp, eggs, whatever it might be, yeah, keep it close. Keep it tight to the bank. There's been some reports. I'm not going to get too crazy because those folks over there can get a little bit, y'all know. But yes, some options that are out there. Smaller systems, even mine, right now, I would call borderline perfect. Now, it's not going to last. You're going to see a little bit of a rise right here. But what I would say, even if these forecasts hold true, if you wanted to spend some time chasing steelhead this week before the craziness of Christmas, again, you know what I mean, you have some decent fishing. Yes, it is on the rise. Is it perfect? No. But you can certainly have success on a small bounce like that. If it's off color, don't let that freak you out too much. Just play with your colors a little bit. Increase your sizes if you're fishing beads, eggs, whatever. Increase that profile and keep it tight to the bank. These are decent conditions, but along the coast, they're not forecasting any of that craziness. I'm not sure exactly why that is. Maybe we'll learn more from Carly here in just a little bit on how that's going to happen. It's not like the system's past the coast, but at the very least, this is what they're forecasting. You've got decent options going throughout this week. And Christmas time is a heck of a time to get out there. It can be a little bit crowded at times, but you might find yourself some areas that you might be secluded just because things get a little bit crazy this time of year. So it's not all horrible, or not horrible, I shouldn't even say it that way. Just watch the conditions. Start fishing if this is your time. The reports are promising. Maybe that's the best way to put it. I don't want to get people too excited. Don't forget, though, this has been killing it. Thrills and Gills Weekend Adventure Giveaway. There's your QR code right there. That's all you got to do is just scan it. It's easy. You can only enter in once. But if you were to win this Thrills and Gills Weekend Adventure Giveaway, you end up with the weekend over at the Mill Casino. You get to go fishing with the folks at Sharky's, and which a lot of you are going to absolutely love, I promise, okay? You're going to get to go run the dunes with the folks from Spin Reel in some of the craziest quads that they've got, or cars, as I think they call them, six-packs, whatever. I'm just amazing, amazing. If you've never run the dunes before over there in Coos Bay, it will be a destination for you in the future. And you don't have to go drop 30 grand to get yourself your ATV. They got them there for you at Spin Reel. So enter in to win. I can't stress it enough. It's going to be a heck of a time. And the room they're going to put you up in is the one that I was in when I was over there this few months ago, whatever it was. And Ryan can attest to this. It's nicer than my house and not too much smaller. It's pretty amazing. You'll love it. If you want something free, send Jason over at Procure an email and enter yourself in to win each week. You have to do it each week. And it's jason@procure.com. And you'll have a chance to win that prize pack that they put out there each week for everyone. So don't overlook that option, because you're going to need some of that scent, especially for some of the Brad stuff that we're going to be showing you here in just a little bit. But let's check in with Carly Olson and find out what this weather's going to do. And I actually had a chance to meet Carly this morning face-to-face rather than through a camera. So it's nice to see you this morning, Carly, as well.
Yes, nice to meet you finally for the first time in person. And I can think of no better Christmas gift for you than to tell you that there is going to be rain every day this week. Now, despite the rain, the temperatures are looking a little warm. In fact, several degrees warmer than average for this time of year today and over the next few days, too. Today, the high is Astoria, 56 degrees, 55 in Newport. We've got some mid-50s in the Portland region as well. Some lower 40s for the northeastern part of the state. Everyone's going to get at least a little bit of rain. Here in Portland, we're already starting to see some of those showers over on the coast as well. We'll get a sunbreak or two in the afternoon hours. But then overnight, we are going to have a bit of a break from the showers before the next system hits at around 11 tomorrow morning. And then we're going to continue to see some in and out showers the rest of the day. Another overnight break. Most of Monday will be dry, but then in the evening hours, we'll get another system. That will then bleed into Tuesday, and we'll have some scattered showers throughout that day, which is, of course, Christmas Eve. And temperature-wise, as you can see, you know, we're stair-stepping down just a little bit. By the time we get to Christmas Day, we're in the upper 40s. That's the coolest day this week. The first half of Christmas is expected to be mostly dry for most of us in the state. And then in the afternoon hours, that next system rolls around. So no white Christmas this year, still no sign of snow in the lowlands, but we'll keep an eye out.
Well, it can't be a white Christmas every year, right? It's interesting, though, that we're 20-some-odd degrees away from it, so it's certainly a warm spell for Christmas time.
That's for sure.
Absolutely. Hey, Carly, thank you very much. All right, we're going to cut to a break. When we come back, I'm going to have Scott call. I want to jump to that. We're going to talk about some of the Brad's products, and we have two brand new ones that you have not seen. You'll see it here first on Outdoor GPS. We'll be right back.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by P-Line, because we fish, by Hawken Fishing, perfection in fishing gear, and by Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery, the trusted name of the Pacific Northwest.